Hey, my name is Khaja Murtuj. I'm in LS52 and I'm with Diane, right? Say hi, Khaja, Diane.
Hi, Katya.
And say hi, all of Bangladeshi people.
Okay, cool.
আমি এখানে হলিউড থেকে বলছি খাজা মর্তুজ আপনাদেরকে অনেক অনেক শুভেচ্ছা আজকে আমি আপনাদের জন্য ট্যুরটা নিচ্ছি এটা রিয়েল হলিউড সিটি ট্যুরে আমি যেহেতু এজেন্ট কাজ করি
Change can happen when you choose it. You can choose treatment and change your addiction to opioids. Medication-assisted treatment, or MAT, is a proven treatment for opioid addiction that significantly reduces the rate of relapse. Covered by Medi-Cal, Medicare, and many private insurance plans, MAT is even available through primary care doctors. Choose a proven treatment option that's right for you. Learn more at ChooseMAT.org. And choose Change, California.
good place.
All right, folks, so we are going to take on off out of this place in just a moment once we're able to pull out into traffic. All right, so my name is Diane. I'm going to be your driver for the next couple of hours, and we are in a super fast little van, so that's going to go by pretty quick. I was in a very slow, big bus a little while ago, so being compared to two buses, this is going to go by pretty quick. So is this everybody's first time in Hollywood?
First time in Hollywood?
Mine.
Yeah.
Not yours?
First time.
No, mine.
Oh, it is yours. Okay, well, welcome. Is this what you expected to see when you came here? It's glorious, isn't it? Pretty,
Where are you from?
glamorous.
Houston.
Yes. Hollywood is definitely an area to be beholden. Now, I can tell you that about 10 years ago, Hollywood is a very interesting place. You never know what people's signs are going to say when they are walking down the boulevard. So anyway, so we are in this really high energy area of Hollywood right here. This is where the El Capitan Theater is at, the Dolby Theater, the Chinese Theater. This is where all of this high energy stuff takes place. They're going to be shutting the boulevard down, it looks like a couple of days next week, because they're going to be having a movie premiere of a new movie. And what they do is that they come in and they shut the street down and they put up all these elaborate decorations and stuff. And that's what they have for these big movie premieres. So they're always a lot of fun. And a lot of really cool things to see when they're doing that. Here, turn that off. Today we're going to see some filming locations, we're going to see a bunch of celebrity homes, and we're going to see some movie theaters. Up here on the right hand side is the Egyptian Theater, and the Egyptian Theater is the oldest movie palace in Hollywood. It opened up in 1922, and in 1922 the movies that came out were silent, so the very first movie to be released in Hollywood in 1922 was the silent version of Robin Hood. So all that time, all those movies were silent. Robin Hood was the very first movie to be released in Hollywood. So shortly after the Egyptian was opened up, a movie theater opened up, and that was called the Vista. The Vista was opened up over in the Silver Lake area, and then shortly after that we had a theater called the El Capitan that opened up, and then after the El Capitan in 1926 was the Chinese Theater, so they kind of came out in that order. Let's see who's going to block the intersection. Alright, so one of the first movie locations that we're going to see coming up Las Palmas is from the movie Pretty Woman. Now, in the movie Pretty Woman, Richard Gere climbed up to this first level of the fire escape. Nice, stop right in the middle of the road. Richard Gere climbed up to the first level of this fire escape coming up here on the right-hand side. Julia Roberts climbed down to meet him because Richard Gere was afraid of heights. They shared a nice long kiss, and that was the very end of the movie, and they lived happily ever after, as every rich man and prostitute does here in Hollywood. Happens on an everyday basis, I tell you. All those millionaires and all those prostitutes, they really get together and they live happily ever after.
Remember?
So that was that movie goes back a lot of years, but when we get into Beverly Hills, we're going to go by the hotel where Richard Gere stayed, and we'll see a little bit of a difference there from between those two things. So we are in a little residential part of Hollywood, and this little residential part of Hollywood is not one of the most glamorous areas. That's creative. Can't make a left-hand turn there, so we're going to create the lane and make the U-turn. But rents in this area go anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 a month, and people are happy to pay it because it is Hollywood, and this area is a very sought-after area, especially for some of our up-and-coming actors and people of that nature. Usually when people say that they are an up-and-coming actor in Hollywood, the next question is, what restaurant are you working at? Alright, so we are coming up, this church over here on the left-hand side is the Hollywood United Methodist Church. The Hollywood United Methodist Church is where they've done a lot of filming also there. Now the Hollywood United Methodist Church is where they filmed War of the Worlds, Back to the Future, and Sister Act 1 and Sister Act 2. All those music scenes were filmed in Sister Act 1 and Sister Act 2 in the Hollywood United Methodist Church. And then we're making our way up to the Hollywood Bowl, and the Hollywood Bowl is one of 3 large outdoor amphitheaters here in the Hollywood and Los Feliz area. The Hollywood Bowl is the largest, and patience, my dear, patience. The Hollywood Bowl is the largest of the 3. It comes in at 18,000 seats, so this place is pretty big. Last week we had Andrea Bocelli singing at the Hollywood Bowl. And tonight we're having, I just saw that a little while ago when I came by here, it's going to be some kind of a mariachi band, some kind of mariachi something. So anyway, so the LA Philharmonic is home here at the Hollywood Ozzy Osbourne. So we recently had, we were going to have Cyndi Lauper who's going to be playing. We had John Legend who performed, and a whole bunch of people. Over off to the right over there in blue, we have the John Anson Ford Theater. And the John Anson Ford Theater, when that opened up, was called the Pilgrimage Theater. The Pilgrimage Theater was opened by a lady named Christine Stevenson. She was an original founder of the Hollywood Bowl. And what happened is that she wanted the Hollywood Bowl to be religious, and they told her, no, that's not going to happen. And she said, you know what, I'm going to leave this founding board, and I'm going to go open my own theater, and that's what she did. So in 1920, the Pilgrimage Theater opened up, and that theater had a play called the Pilgrimage Play, and that play was about the life of Jesus. So she was able to have that play there. She died in 1922, and that play continued playing until 1964. So 42 years past her death. In 1964, there were some legalities around because of the religious nature of the play, and the county had to step in and take the theater over, so that's what happened. 101 freeway right here on the right-hand side. The 101 freeway is the busiest freeway in the state of California. It starts in downtown Los Angeles and it goes all the way up to the San Francisco Bay Area, over the Golden Gate Bridge, and into Oregon and Washington. I take this freeway to work every day. I live out in the San Fernando Valley, and I give myself, for 18 miles, I give myself over an hour to drive those miles because this freeway gets so backed up. But, so that's the 101 freeway. So if you wanted to hop on this freeway, go about 7 hours to the north, you're going to end up in beautiful San Francisco. And that's just one of the ways to go up there. If you wanted to, you can hop off the 101 in San Luis Obispo, take up Highway 1, and take Highway 1, and you're going to end up in Big Sur, Monterey, and Carmel, which is absolutely a beautiful drive. Alright, so this is Mulholland Drive. And Mulholland Drive, guys, it's a great road. Mulholland Drive starts here in Hollywood, and it goes out to the Pacific Ocean, and it goes by a beach named Leo Carrillo. And Leo Carrillo is up towards the Ventura County line. And the road is pretty much continuous. During our wildfires back in December, what happened is that one of the bridges collapsed under the heat of the fire. So the road isn't continuous at this point any longer. So they're working on that bridge to try to get it open so that the road can be continuous again. But a lot of stuff has been filmed up here. La La Land was filmed up here. La La Land was filmed all over Los Angeles. And then another thing that was filmed up here was David Lynch's Mulholland Drive, and he used the entire length of the road. And then when he was filming up here, he said he could feel all of old Hollywood up here when he was filming up here for that movie. I'm going to pull off to the side of the road up here in just a second, and I'm going to give you guys a good view of the Hollywood sign. Alright, so take a look off to the left. It's the shades are starting to come in a little bit, so we've got a little bit of a distorted view. If you guys want to really see the Hollywood sign, go over to the shopping center across the street from the office. There's a wonderful dead-on, straight-on shot of the Hollywood sign. Very, very beautiful shot of the Hollywood sign.
Thank you, Dan.
Oh, you're welcome. All right. So when the Hollywood sign was first introduced to Hollywood, the sign said Hollywoodland. That was the original sign, Hollywoodland. And it came on the side of the mountain on Mount Lee in 1923, and that was for the promotion of real estate. What people wanted to do is that they wanted to promote the sale of real estate. So that original sign stayed up there for 20 years, and the idea, what they wanted to do was have that sign come down. And the community said, no, we don't want the sign to come down. Go up there, take down the land part, that would be fine, but don't take down the rest of the sign. We want the Hollywood part to remain, and that's what they did. Now, over the years, the sign has been altered a number of times because of things that have happened in the area. A couple of years ago, somebody went up there and turned it over to E, so it read Hollyweed. Hollyweed was fun, and then it read Holywood when the Pope was here in the 1980s. So people used to have access to the sign, but now they don't because people kept altering the sign. So we're not able to get up to those letters. There are trails that you can go to that take you above the letters, but you can't get up to the letters any longer. Alright, our first celebrity home is going to be down to the left-hand side. You're going to see a white house with a black roof with a swimming pool. That house belongs to a guy named Ice-T. So Ice-T has been living in this house for about 10 years, but this is not the house where he filmed the reality show with Coco. That was another house, but he's been living here for about 10 years. Right down there to the left with the White House black roof with the swimming pool.